Gift Nifty still indicating a 200-point gap down. Let's see how that kind of shapes up, as we head into the open. But the big one, at least, in terms of a performance, in terms of stock price performance, is a Wockhardt. And we have Dr. Habil Khorakiwala, founder, chairman at Wockhardt Group, joining us this morning on that big approval that's come through. Mr. Khorakiwala, firstly, congratulations on the US FDA as well as the approval from the Indian regulator as well. A remarkable moment for Wockhardt, of course, and arguably a remarkable moment for the whole of the India pharma industry. But as you step into FY27, give us the sense with regard to what the revenue opportunity from Zenic actually looks like. What's the revenue opportunity, say, for this year?
Let me first mention that it is a very historic occasion where for the first time Indian research product is approved by US FDA in the entire industry. And this antibiotic multi-drug resistance nearly kills 1 million people every year in India. And Zenic is one of the key drugs which covers the entire space of gram-negative organism. And the compassionate cases of more than 80 patients in India, US, and France, it was proved exceptionally successful, where all other existing antibiotic has failed. So we are just launching this product, got an approval in next 6 months, we would be launching both in India and in the US. So our sales expectation is very difficult to say for the current year because it will be the fag end of the year. But for next year, I think we should be, normally what happens, a new drug takes a little time to build up for the hospital and doctor to prescribe. So it takes about 12 to 18 months before it starts doing well. And then the growth then afterwards is like a hockey stick. So it grows very rapidly after that.
Good morning, Dr. Khorakiwala. You have approvals now for US and India simultaneously, with Europe in the pipeline. These three are very different markets in terms of pricing and competition. Which geography writes the first check for Wockhardt, and how are you sequencing your launch priorities?
We would be introducing first in India and US in next 6 months or so. And Europe approval has not yet come. It will come a little later. And there you have to get the price approval in every state. So it takes a little longer time. So European marketing would be about a year after the US introduction, basically. And after US approval, I think we would be in another 4 to 5 important markets globally.
And how are you thinking about pricing Zenic, and what does peak revenue potential look like from here? If you can give us that maybe flavor.
See, the pricing decision we have not yet taken, and it is not, so once we take, we will know, but it will be more or less in line with the new molecule which are introduced in the US and in India. So that is one. Second, I think we expect a global demand for Zenic at the peak around $1.52 billion for us. But total market size available is about 9 billion, but we expect 15-20% market share over the period of time for Zenic. And 40-45% of this market is in the United States.
Interesting. If you get a 15 to 20% market share in the US, what would that mean in terms of dollar revenues for you?
The product has a patent lasting for another 8 years. Yeah, 10 years actually, 2038. So about 10 years plus patent life is there. So that is the time one would develop the business of it. And we have so far got for 6 drugs QIDT approval by US FDA, which is fast track. Zenic was one of them. And we expect to launch other products in US in next 3 to 5 years, another 2 or 3 products. And from that point of view, we would be in a worldwide market, not only with Zenic, but a range of antibiotics. Our investment in antibiotic will continue to be significant year on year, because that is the only area we are investing in a new drug discovery program. And obviously, the revenue coming out of Zaynich and others will not only sustain, but it will generate a lot of cash flow for the organization.
And talk to us about the business model that's going to be employed while taking the drug to market. Are you building a sales force in the US, partnering with someone in the US? What's the planned commercial spending earmarked for Zenic in terms of FY27 numbers?
In India, we are going to market and develop business ourselves. In US also, we are not partnering, but we are doing it, planning to do ourselves. We have already selected the top management team in the US, and they are in place. And at the same time, there are partners available for sales people and other, where there is a pass-through cost and other things, information and so many other things. So that is where we are partnering with an organization. And that is our business model in many countries.
Dr. Khorakiwala, what is the kind of margin contribution you expect from Zenic in coming years, and how quickly can the product become EBITDA accretive?
By 27 would not be very significant at all, because there's only 2-3 months, and there is a lot of investment required, initial phases for new drugs. But going forward, like a new molecule, it has a good gross margin available, which is in the norm of the industry. And as we get more momentum year-on-year basis, overall margin will improve, because the contribution of a new molecule will significantly improve in our total sales.
Okay, and with regard to other launches in the pipeline, what are the expectations like for FY27, sir?
See, we have already launched nifedromycin McNaf in India recently. So that is something we will get significant improvement in revenue in 27-20 onwards. Additionally, Amrock was a product introduced earlier, and we expect a 30 to 40% growth on Amrock year on year for next few years. So this would be our current portfolio as far as India is concerned. And US, in addition to Zenic, we will be introducing some of these drugs in the next 3 to 5 years.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khorakiwala, for coming in and speaking to us. And of course, many congratulations on that approval. Marquee